Come on in, pull up a chair and take a load off because today I'm going to review and page through City of Cats for 5e D&D from Kobold Press. Should your curiosity be piqued to check out this city gazetteer and adventure book? Or would you be better served just leaving this behind in a litter box somewhere? Well, you're going to find out right after this. Howdy, 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 gang. Happy holidays. And welcome once again to the Duct Tape Studios. I'm Jeff McAleer, your host here at the Gaming Gang channel. As mentioned in the open, today I am going to review and page through City of Cats for 5e Dungeons & Dragons from Kobold Press. It's written by Richard Pett with Richard Green, Sean Merwin, and Kelly Pollock, with artwork provided by Miguel Regadon Harkness, Julia Metzgar, David Auden-Nash, William O'Brien, Florian Stitz, and Igil Thompson. And I apologize. I guarantee I've massacred at least a couple of those names. This 148-page hardcover is available now, carries an MSRP of $39.99, or you can grab just the PDF alone over at DriveThruRPG for $19.99. Let's swing on over to the other camera because here I've got City of Cats. A few things I do want to mention before we dive on in. First off, the fine folks over at Kobold Press were kind enough to provide me with this review copy, but neither I nor anyone else affiliated with the Gaming Gang has received any other sort of compensation for me to share this review with you. These days, it's important that you know that. I'll also be picture-in-picture up here, as I normally am, so that means I'll be cutting off a little bit of the upper left portion of the book as we're taking a peek through. We're not going to look at each and every page, but I do want to give you a good feel for what's in City of Cats and share my thoughts about it as well. There are a trio of adventures that are included in this volume. So if you are a player hoping that your dungeon master is going to pick up City of Cats, I would certainly recommend tune out now. I mean, I'm going to try my best to stay away from major spoilers, but there are going to be some spoilers. So you don't want the surprises of the adventures ruined because you checked out this review. Now that said, you can always tell your dungeon master to check out this video so that they can make an informed buying decision about picking up City of Cats. All right, let's dive on in. So if you happen to follow the Gaming Gang, then you already know that I enjoy a lot of the content that comes out for 5e D&D from Kobold Press. I think their Midgard setting is really cool. I love the Southlands book. So this builds on the Southlands. So part of this book is a gazetteer that focuses on the city of Perbeset, which has an Egyptian, Middle Eastern, even a bit of a sub-Saharan African vibe to it. And you're going to learn the history of the city as well as important NPCs, deities, the various different districts within the city as well. There are 9 districts, there are 9 pyramids, and the city itself has had 9 lives. It has fallen and risen again multiple times. So, as you can see, we're going to have some cool maps here for each of the various different districts. We do get a poster map with this as well. So, this city is populated by, obviously enough, cats. When I say cats, we're talking about regular felines. Also, humans, cat folk, gnolls. Important to note, the gnolls in Midgard are different than what you would find in most D&D settings, say like the Forgotten Realms. they're kind of a varied bunch. Some of them are very evil. Many of them are actually slavers. But then again, it's very possible that you encounter neutral or good gnolls as well, which sort of goes along with the more modern presentation of various different species, that no race is entirely evil. So on each of these districts, you're going to learn about who the movers and shakers are within. You'll see some important NPCs, effectively some adventure hooks, some adventure nuggets for you to utilize. Some of them have a listing of sights and sounds of the district as well. And all in all, these are very unique. They're very different. And I should also point out that the concept of law and order is a fluid one, I guess I would say, in Perbeset, because some districts, you would have a city watch, you would have your usual law and order presence, I guess we would say. Others, not so much. And once the sun goes down, the city of Perbeset can become quite a chaotic place. So there is just tons of interesting material in the Gazetteer. So one aspect of Kobold Press releases that I really dig, and I've talked about some aspects of some of the recent 5e releases from Wizards of the Coast in my reviews, and pointed out a lot of times in the Wizards of the Coast releases, you just get a little bit of a nugget, a paragraph that kind of pique your interest a little bit, but you never get a lot of detail. In fact, I feel that many of the recent 5e releases from Wizards of the Coast are really, really lacking in detail especially for dungeon masters to utilize. But I'll tell you what, that is not the case with City of Cats. This is packed with gameable material. So we also have a trio of adventures, and the first two are relatively short, especially the first one. The third one, actually, there's quite a bit going on in it. So one thing I really like about all three of these adventures is that they really bring forth the flavor of the city, as well as the flavor of the Southlands region in all. So first adventure, Cat and Mouse, for first level characters, and essentially characters are trying to track down an artifact which has effectively washed up. And there are various different factions who are looking to get their hands on it, because the artifact actually allows you to control cats, but it's also cursed. So the player characters have to decide which faction are they going to work with. Are they even going to work with the two factions, or are they going to set the factions against each other and try to keep the artifact for themselves, although they don't know what it does? In fact, the two factions who are looking to get their hands on it don't really know what it does either. They have an idea, but the player characters probably will not, unless they're paying attention to what's going on around them in the adventure. Artwork throughout is pretty solid. There are a couple of pieces I was like, but for the most part, really dig the artwork. Some of the maps for the locations are not as detailed as I'm used to seeing from Kobold Press, but still, they're good. They're just not knocking me out, knocking me off my feet or anything like that. So the second adventure has a very Tales of the Arabian Nights kind of vibe to it, almost kind of a fairy tale vibe. And essentially what's going on in that story is that this rich merchant has these three daughters who are suddenly transformed into pigs. But the big problem is this is on the Night of the Pigs, which is a celebration that takes place every year where the city celebrates and enjoys a tremendous amount of pork. So the player characters are trying to track down the daughters before they end up as someone's meal, or meals, I should say. I really like this adventure. I could see the players having a lot of fun and the dungeon master having a lot of fun with that as well. Third adventure is quite a bit longer than the first two. I would say first adventure easily you could complete in a session. Second adventure, probably, all depending on how long your sessions happen to be. But with the third adventure, I would think maybe 2, possibly 3 sessions to complete the adventure. And one of the things I like about the third adventure is that it ties into the first. So it actually has to do with that artifact. So I really enjoy that we've got a little bit of a tie-in with it to the first adventure. So we have an appendix with some new monsters, some new NPCs. We've got a couple of new magic items as well. Some of the NPCs are very interesting. They are not just simply one-note allies or big bads or anything like that. So I definitely like that quite a bit. And then, of course, we wrap up. We'll have some ads for some of the other releases from Kobold Press, including the Southlands Player's Guide. All right, that is City of Cats 4.5e D&D from Kobold Press. Swing on over to the other camera so I can share some final thoughts as well as my review score. I definitely like City of Cats. I think a lot of thought has gone into this gazetteer as far as the city goes. It's respectful of the cultures that it's kind of cribbed from, real cultures in the world. So I like that as well. A lot going on, very unique districts, and it kind of feels a little bit like Lankmar from Fritz Leiber's Grey Mouser and Fafard stories. So I dig that as well. The 3 adventures are very solid. And I got to be honest, I wish there had been 4 adventures, maybe a little less detail about the city of Purbasset. But all in all, really, really well done. So on a scale of 0 to 10, I give City of Cats a 9 out of 10. Certainly recommend it for those of you out there who enjoy the Midgard setting and who have picked up the Southlands book as well. Do you really need to have the Southlands book or the Southlands Heroes book? No, but I would say they'll be very, very useful. So just so you know that as well. All right, that is it for this time out. If you like this video, by all means, please give it a quick thumbs up. Subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel if you haven't already. And if you do subscribe, ding that bell. Will not only let you know when I upload videos such as this review, but also inform you when my live stream, the Gaming Gang Dispatch, airs Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday evenings right here on YouTube at 7 p.m. Central. Of course, when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit thegaminggang.com for all latest in tabletop gaming news, reviews, and a whole lot more that you won't find here on the YouTube channel. Come on, you know the drill. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. Thank you very much for taking time out of your busy life to watch this video. Hope you're enjoying the holiday season. And I also hope each and every one of you gets to enjoy plenty of great gaming with your gang. Oh, hey, you're still here. That's okay. You don't have to leave just yet. In fact, why don't you subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel right here, or take a peek at the latest live stream, or even find out what YouTube recommends you check out from the channel. And of course, I'm Jeff McAleer. Thanks again for watching.